Mike, you lost a lot of players in the portal. You got a lot, but you lost a lot. Different kinds of reasons, but some of those guys were surprising. Did that rock you when you heard some of the guys leaving, or is that just the new reality?
Well, I was just as surprised on some guys as other people were, but it's not going to surprise me anymore. I've talked with the staff about it. The portal opens back up in about a month, I think, or something like that. I'm not for sure. There will be guys go in that will be a surprise. I think that's the wave of the future. It's driven by a lot of different reasons. There's 3 reasons in most cases players transfer. One, they can come in. The majority of guys that came in and talked to me said, well, Coach, I'm not really going to get a chance to be a starter here. I want to go somewhere where I can supposedly be a starter or play more. 2 can be money, whether we like it or not. It's not supposed to be money driven, but it is. And then 3 is a guy just says, I want to go somewhere else. I don't feel like I've gotten my best opportunity here. I'm not comfortable in this environment. I just want to go somewhere else. With the exception of the long-term guys that just want to do something new, like Spencer. Been here 5 years, played a bunch of games. I want to go play somewhere new. So that's what transpires with kids, most of them. And I would say that's probably over 90% of them.
Do you feel good when you look at who you lost portal, who you added portal? Is it pretty close to even, or?
I mean, I'm going to say yes. We lost a lot of maturity with Spencer. Bowman's mature, but he hadn't had a lot of reps in 2 years. So I've looked at that, and the way the portals is moving, I think is going to be beneficial. It's going to be somewhat hazardous and uncertain from the standpoint that we can't prepare for that as coaches because we don't really know. But what it does is, whether we like it or not, it's becoming the NFL. So if there's players that end up being here that maybe aren't quite at the level that we need to perform throughout their career to be successful, those guys will have a chance to leave in the portal. And I think there'll be organizations across the country that will tell those guys and suggest you need to go in the portal. Now people won't admit that, but that's a fact. And then you're going to have players leave, and then you bring other guys in. Like Leon Johnson. He came from, what's the name of that school?
George Fox.
Okay, did anybody know there was a George Fox? You got to be honest.
No.
Like, you've been around 100 years, and you know a lot of schools.
Never heard of it.
And I'm good with schools and stuff. I honestly, I had no idea there was a George Fox. And it'll be interesting to watch him. He's 6'6", 5", something like that. He's already gained 15 pounds, and I think he verticaled 36 inches. And he was a basketball player, and somebody may correct me. Daddy's a basketball coach, I believe.
Baseball center fielder that looked
right, but I think his daddy's a basketball coach.
Yes.
Daddy didn't get to come on the visit because he had games. Mama came with him. Already has a math degree from George Fox. And he's 6'6". He's got big hands. He's athletic. He's a 3-sport guy, and he vertical jumped 35 inches. So how was he at George Fox? And we'll find out. That's what's intriguing about it.
Well, and the rumor is a San Diego Chargers scout that he knew by relationship or something said you really ought to go try yourself at D1.
Yeah, see, I mean, I don't know. There was so much going on. Those stories I haven't gotten to. But, to kind of answer the question, we're going to find out where we're at with the swap out of players. What we tried to do is, if we swapped 3 wideouts said they left, we tried to bring 3 wideouts in. If one of them had 3 years of experience and was young, we kind of looked for a guy that we felt like could replace that type of player. If one of them was a 1-year guy, then we tried to bring a 1-year guy in to try to keep our numbers balanced, because my fear is getting your numbers skewed. That can happen if you're not careful, and we might not always be able to control that. That's the one thing that I'm a little concerned with right now. But we accept it, we do the best we can, and one goes out, you bring one in. That's really what we're down to.
Mike, is it hard to do due diligence in the transfer portal because of how quick it moves?
Yeah. It would take me 2 hours to sit down with you, more than that, 5 hours to sit down with you guys and go over all the stuff that happens in the portal. And you don't do due diligence. Like, I'll give you one example. So when we bring players in on visits, we do all the grade checks and the transcripts. They get cleared through the clearinghouse, all that stuff. Okay. Well, when the portal's taking place, college is not in session. Students are out, right? During bowl practice, students are out. Well, the professors, and they're not around. The universities are closed. So you have young men coming in on visits that we're seeing on the portal. We say we want them. We go after them. We make contact, bring them in on a visit. We don't even know what their academic records are. How are we going to know that? We can't wait. If we wait, we lose. We had a few kids came in, had a visit, was great, they left. We found out they weren't even eligible. They just took a free visit. That's the truth. But how are you going to know? I mean, next January 3rd, call down to any campus in the country and ask for the engineering department, the college, for the counseling office to get a transcript and see if anybody answers the phone. Nobody. And so it was very entertaining, for lack of a better word, during that time.
For more information, you can visit tulsaworld.com.